Hey, Jeff Tricoli here again with the Tricoli real estate team here in Southeast Florida. Just been getting a lot of questions about the outlook for the 2026 real estate market. So I just kind of wanted to go over that a little bit with everybody. We've been getting a lot of sellers asking, should I sell? Should I wait? Is now the right time? Many people hear that the sky's falling, but other people are hearing that the market's not so bad. 2025 has been pretty flat. I mean, it's been about the same as last year. No major price increases, but we haven't seen any collapse or anything like that. It is still taking longer to sell homes, so they're taking a little bit longer this year than they were last year. Anticipation for next year, there's a lot in play. I mean, I think Zillow's predicting a slightly above 0% increase in values. So I think there's just so many factors to say exactly where it's going to be. We did see a pretty good uptick this past August when rates dropped. So they went from like the sevens to the low to mid 6%. And we've seen a little spike there. So I think it's just so rate dependent and where we're at with rates, because I do think a lot is built around affordability. So in terms of the growth, it's hard to speculate that, but I would probably imagine we're going to be about pretty similar to this past year. We're not going to see much growth. We're not going to see homes selling that fast, but we are going to be able to move homes just as well next year as we did last year, especially with all the marketing we do and that sort of thing. So the other aspect involved is inventory. So we're still relatively low on inventory, and I think a big part of that is just sellers holding on to their low interest rates and not wanting to move. So it's pretty tough going from 3% up to 6% in your interest rate, especially if the home's worth more now and you're spending more. And so it all comes back again to that affordability thing and just the whole buying power of buyers and the homeowners that own those homes. So I do feel if we can get those rates into the fives, that's where we'll see a pretty significant increase. And it's hard to keep going back to that whole interest rate or uncertainty, but I do think we're in uncertain times right now, because I do think that whole affordability aspect of everything is holding people back, and it's making it tougher. Homes are still high and they're expensive, and rates are in the sixes. But for me personally, I think anybody looking to buy, it's always a great time to buy, especially if you know you're going to be in that home for at least 10 years. If your family is in a position that where you need to sell and you move out of the area, or upsize, downsize, I never think it's a bad time to buy and sell. If you want a free consultation, if you want any more information and to go into more depth, in particular with your situation, give us a call, email us. I'd love to help out. Again, this is Jeff Tricoli with the Tricoli Real Estate Team, and thank you again for watching this video.